AI search is changing how clients find insurance agents. And what you, as an independent property and casualty agent, must do to stay visible in the AI driven search era is a lot different than what you've been doing in years past. And that's our topic today. For most independent P&C agents, Google has been the primary battleground for online visibility for well over a decade. And the strategy was fairly simple and straightforward. Rank your website for keywords like home insurance near me or best auto insurance agent in your city, get the click, convert the prospect into a client. But that model is rapidly evolving. Search engines are now entering what many marketers call the AI search era, where Google, Bing, and emerging platforms increasingly generate answers directly on the results page rather than sending users to websites. So instead of browsing through 10 blue links, prospects now see AI generated summaries, Google Maps results, FAQ panels, short videos, business profile highlights, and featured snippets. And in many cases, the prospect's question is answered before they ever click a website. So, for you as an independent agent, this shift changes how visibility and ultimately client acquisition works. The good news is that independent agencies are uniquely positioned to thrive in this environment as long as they understand the rules of AI search and build their digital presence accordingly. So, I'm going to talk to you about what AI search actually means for your insurance agency and how you, as an independent agent, can position yourself to win in the new search landscape. So, let's get started by talking about this rise in AI driven search. Because search engines are evolving from link directories, which is what they've historically been, into answer engines. So when someone searches a question today, Google increasingly generates a summary at the top of the results page that explains the topic directly. And these AI generated responses combine information from multiple sources and present a consolidated explanation with links for further reading. So instead of forcing the user to open multiple websites and piece together information on their own, search engines now do the research automatically. So, for example, a homeowner might search, does homeowner's insurance cover water damage? Or how much liability coverage should I carry on auto insurance? Or what insurance do I need as a new homeowner? So, rather than sending the user to 10 different websites, AI search can provide an immediate explanation. This dramatically changes how online discovery works. So, ranking number one on Google no longer will guarantee you visibility. In fact, in many cases, AI summaries appear well before the traditional search results, reducing the number of clicks that websites receive. This phenomenon is often referred to zero-click search. And just to give you some perspective on this, from the middle of 2024 to the end of 2025, in searches where an AI summary appeared prior to traditional search results, click traffic to individual websites decreased by 61%. Zero-click search. Now you have to remember, Google wants to monetize the user's activity. And so the longer they can keep that user in the Google environment, the more profitable it is for Google. So let's kind of look at you, though. We're not here to talk about Google. We're here to talk about you. Why does AI search matter if you're an independent agent? Well, at first glance, you might think that this is bad news for agencies that rely on organic search traffic, but really, it's more nuanced than that. While AI search reduces some website clicks, it also rewards authoritative sources. And this is the piece that I want you to grab hold of: topical authority that consistently provide clear and trustworthy answers. So for you as an independent agent, this creates a major opportunity because large national carriers often dominate paid advertising and broad search keywords. They've got deep pockets. However, you as an independent agent have an advantage that AI search increasingly values, and that is local expertise, personalized service, community credibility, and real-world experience answering client questions. AI search systems prioritize sources that demonstrate expertise and provide helpful explanations. This means that agencies that consistently answer real insurance questions online can gain visibility even against national brands. As digital insurance marketing evolves, client discovery increasingly happens through educational content and online research rather than traditional forms of advertising. And agents who position themselves as trusted educators rather than just policy sellers are going to gain a significant advantage. Now, let's talk a little further about this concept of zero-click insurance searches, and we want to talk about the expansion of those searches. So, one of the most significant changes in modern search is the growth of the zero-click search result. And a zero-click search occurs when a user finds the information they need directly on the search results page without ever having to go to a website. And so here are some of the common zero-click features you're going to find. AI overviews, where the AI-generated explanation summarizes the answer to a search query. Featured snippets. These are short answers extracted from websites and displayed at the top of the search results. Then you've got your Google Map Pack, local business listings with reviews, contact details, and directions. You have People Also Ask panels. These are expandable questions related to the original search. Embedded videos, YouTube clips explaining a topic directly within the search results. And for insurance agencies, this means that visibility is no longer limited to your website rankings. Instead, your presence across multiple digital assets determines whether prospects are going to find you. Your website is still critical, don't get me wrong, but it's now only one component of a much larger ecosystem. Local authority is becoming the new SEO. Let me say that again. Local authority is becoming the new SEO. For you as an independent P&C agent, one of the most important outcomes of AI search is the growing importance of local authority signals. When search engines evaluate which businesses to feature in AI summaries or map results, they are relying heavily on credibility indicators. The most influential signals include Google reviews. Reviews are one of the strongest indicators of local trust, and an agency with consistent positive reviews often receives higher placement in local search results and AI recommendations. And encouraging your satisfied clients to leave reviews should actually be a core part of your marketing strategy. Then you have Google Business Profile Optimization. Your Google Business Profile, or GBP, has become one of the most powerful visibility tools available to local business. And you really even need to rethink the way you look at things. Often you need to use your GBP almost as a separate landing page or sales funnel. And so it's going to control how your agency appears in Google Maps, local search results, knowledge panels, AI-driven recommendations. And a well-optimized profile will include accurate service descriptions, frequent posts, questions and answers, updated business information, high-quality images that are posted regularly, and consistent review responses. The agencies that actively manage their profiles tend to outperform competitors who are treating their GBP as a set it and forget it listing. It just doesn't work that way. And you want to be putting out consistent educational content because search engines increasingly reward the agencies that demonstrate expertise through content. So some examples of this would include blog articles explaining coverage options, videos answering insurance questions, infographics that are simplifying complex policies, FAQ pages addressing common concerns. And the more clearly and consistently an agency explains insurance topics online, the more likely it is to be recognized as an authoritative source. Content is the foundation of AI search visibility, and I want to really drive that home. The currency of AI search is helpful content. Traditional SEO often focused on inserting keywords into pages and having the right keyword information, but AI search prioritizes something a lot different, and that is clear, useful answers to real questions. And so for you as an independent P&C agent, this means building content around the questions that your clients are asking every day. For example, what does homeowners insurance actually cover? Is flood damage included in a standard home insurance policy? Should I bundle my home and auto policies? How much umbrella coverage should I carry? Each of these questions represents a potential blog post, video, or FAQ page. And over time, answering these questions will build topical authority, a signal that search engines are using to determine which businesses deserve the most visibility. So instead of trying to rank for hundreds of generic keywords, successful agents are now focused on becoming the local expert on insurance topics. I don't want you to miss this next point because it's something that a lot of you struggle with, but you're going to have to get over it. Video is becoming a major search signal. The search engines are increasingly integrating video into their results pages. And so when a person searches an insurance question, Google may show YouTube explainer videos, short social media videos, or video carousels in their results page. And what we find is that video content performs particularly well for topics that involve explanation or comparison. So for example, what's the difference between replacement cost and actual cash value? How do homeowners insurance deductibles work? What happens when you file a claim? A 60-second video answering one of these questions can appear in search results, social media feeds, and YouTube searches simultaneously. Three prongs off of one video. And video does something that written content cannot accomplish alone. It builds human trust because people see you, they hear you, they see the way you communicate, and they feel more comfortable just reaching out and contacting you. Now, I want to talk to you about the importance of a marketing ecosystem. This is something we talk about constantly at Agent Branding and Marketing, because to be the dominant insurance agent in your market, there's not a single strategy that is going to accomplish that. You have to think in terms of the marketing ecosystem. And one of the biggest misconceptions about digital marketing is that success comes from optimizing one single channel. But in reality, modern visibility depends on a connected ecosystem of marketing assets. Search engines evaluate businesses across multiple signals. This includes websites, reviews, social profiles, and local listings. And for you as an independent agent, this ecosystem will typically include your website, which is your digital headquarters and primary place of authority. It's the launch pad, if you will. Your Google business profile, which is your visibility hub for local searches and map results. Your blog content, where you provide educational resources that answer client questions and you position yourself as an expert. Video platforms, YouTube and social media videos explaining coverage topics. Again, building credibility and again, positioning yourself as the authority in your marketplace. Reviews and testimonials. This is the social proof that reinforces your credibility. And then finally, there's paid advertising. Strategic campaigns that will help accelerate your lead generation. Now, when you have these channels working together, they reinforce each other. A prospect might discover you through your blog as they do a Google search. They might watch a video explaining coverage after they do a search on YouTube. They might check your reviews on Google Maps or visit your website to request a quote. Every touch point strengthens trust. I want you to think about it in terms of a spider web. Every place that prospect makes contact becomes sticky. And the more points of contact you have, the stickier you become to that prospect. So you may be asking yourself, what should I be doing now? Well, the shift towards AI search doesn't mean that you as an agent need to become a technology expert, but it does require a strategic shift in how you approach marketing. And the independent agencies that succeed in the AI era typically focus on 5 priorities. The first is build topical authority. Instead of publishing random blog posts, focus on becoming the local expert on specific insurance-related topics. For example, home insurance coverage guides, storm and disaster preparation resources, auto insurance coverage explanations, claims process education. Depth of expertise matters more than volume in today's world. They're also going to invest in Google reviews. Reviews are one of the most powerful local ranking factors. So create a simple process, a system to request reviews after positive client experiences. Because even a steady stream of 2 to 4 reviews per month will dramatically improve your visibility. You want to optimize your Google business profile. This is the third thing to focus on. Your profile should be treated as an active marketing asset. It is not just a billboard. Think of it as your storefront, your window display. So update it regularly with posts, photos, FAQs, and review responses. Those signals will strengthen your local authority. Number 4, use video to build trust. Short videos answering insurance questions can generate engagement across multiple platforms. Agents don't need professional production quality. In fact, authenticity generally performs better than polished marketing. And number 5, build a long-term content strategy. Consistency is more important than perfection. So publish 2 or 3 educational pieces per month, and you'll find that compounds over time into hundreds of searchable answers. The objective is simple. Be the agency prospects encounter whenever they research insurance questions. You want to be omnipresent and inescapable. That's what the ecosystem is all about. Now, here's the opportunity for you as an independent agency. AI search is often framed as a threat to traditional SEO. And for independent insurance agents, it's actually a massive opportunity for you, because large carriers tend to rely on corporate messaging and broad stroke advertising. You as an independent agent have something AI systems increasingly value: real expertise. And so when you consistently answer client questions, explain complex topics clearly, and build a visible online presence, you become the trusted resource that search engines want to recommend. So instead of competing purely on price or advertising budgets, independent agencies can compete on authority and trust. Now, to close this out, let me leave you with a few thoughts. The way clients discover insurance agencies is changing rapidly. Search engines are shifting from directories of websites to AI-powered knowledge systems that surface trusted answers instantly. And for you as an independent agent, the key to visibility is no longer just ranking for keywords. It is becoming the most helpful and credible source of insurance knowledge in your market. For the agency that invests in educational content, local authority, reviews, and video, you're going to gain visibility across AI summaries, local search results, and social platforms. Unfortunately, those that rely on the outdated marketing strategies risk fading into digital obscurity. And really, what that means is you simply won't exist in the mind of the consumer. So the future of insurance marketing belongs to the agency that educates first and sells second. And in the AI search era, the agents who teach the best will ultimately win the most clients. Thanks for tuning in today. And if we can help you develop your ecosystem and your strategy to dominate your local market, reach out to us at agentbrandingandmarketing.com/schedule to schedule your strategy session. And we look forward to talking with you soon. And I look forward to speaking with you again on our next episode.